I'm Triya, a resident doctor working in central London. Today, I'm taking you along for a shift in the malignant haematology ward. My shift starts at 9 a.m, but I usually like to get in a few minutes early to settle in, find a computer and mentally prepare for the day.
So it's nearly 9 a.m. and I'm about to start work. I wish me luck for a good day. I need another coffee. It is nearly 9 and I'm about to start my shift.
This is what we call a cow, or a computer on wheels. We take it with us during the ward round so that we can access patients' test results, scans, and document everything in real time. Today is a Saturday, so it's just me and the consultant on the team. Since I'm working a slightly different shift than usual, I decided to brush up on my haematology knowledge beforehand. PubMed has some excellent review articles that are really helpful for a quick refresh. It's always a good idea to go in feeling confident, especially in a specialised field such as malignant haematology. We have 16 patients to see today, and the way it works is that haematology is split into malignant and non-malignant conditions, and on the malignant side, we typically see patients with blood cancers like leukemia or lymphoma. So, after seeing all 16 patients, which took about 15 minutes per patient, the ward round is finally done. The consultant headed back to his office, and now I'm left with the jobs for the rest of the day. Usually, I'd have a team of other resident doctors to help out with this, but since it's a Saturday, it's just me.
So I've just bought a lunch and now I'm going to do a working lunch and just sort out my jobs whilst I eat because I want to leave on time.
So some of the typical jobs that residents do include ordering scans, reviewing results, checking blood tests, prescribing medication, updating families and organising discharges. It's a mixed bag and no 2 days are exactly the same.
So it's 2:35, I've just eaten and now I'm going through making a jobs list. So I finished a ward round at 2, which is fairly late because it was a long ward round, but the consultant is lovely, so it was absolutely fine. Now what I'd like to do is write on a piece of paper all of the patients I've seen and all of the jobs, just so that I can visualise what needs to be done, what's urgent.
One of our patients today is undergoing chemotherapy and came into hospital with a fever and a cough. Their blood test showed that their white blood cells, particularly their neutrophils, were very low, which can be a side effect seen with chemotherapy. This patient has something which we call febrile neutropenia, which is a medical emergency that requires strong intravenous antibiotics right away. That's what I'm working on at the moment, prescribing these antibiotics as quickly as possible.
I'm about to go to the CT scanner because out of hours, so on the weekend and in the evenings and nights, for specific CT scans there has to be a doctor present when the actual scan is being done because of the risk of anaphylaxis. They're giving the contrast. All I do is stand there and help out whilst the CT is being done, and I'm only really there in case of an emergency. But I'm just going to write down my jobs now and then go to CT.
One of the perks of being on a ward like this is that you get quick access to scan images. They appear almost immediately, but a radiologist will review them and provide a formal report. If I have time, I usually like to check the scans myself. It's great practice. In medical school, we get pretty comfortable with chest and abdominal x-rays, but interpreting CT scans, especially in the context of haematology, can take a bit more skill and practice.
So I left this in the CT scanner, so I've just had to go back and get it. At least it means my step count gets up. So I am back in the office and I am going through everyone's bloods, and I have just written a couple of discharge letters for 2 patients that are going home. Now I am going to go through the rest of the bloods and I'm just waiting for a couple of things.
Right now, I'm ordering blood tests for tomorrow morning. We have a brilliant team of phlebotomists, who are often called the vampires of the hospital, who come round in the early morning to take blood samples. That way we can have the results ready for the ward round.
So it is 4:20, I'm nearly done for the day. I've got 2 patient reviews to do and then I'm going to check through all the other bloods, hand over a few things and then I am free to go. So I'm finished, I have refreshed my makeup, now I'm going to leave the hospital and I am going to go about my evening plans.
So my shift is officially over. It's Saturday evening and I'm off to meet a friend for dinner in Brick Lane. So Ifat and I have just finished eating at the restaurant, and yeah, it was nice. We were the only brown people there, and it was okay, but definitely worth the experience. That wraps up my on-call shift for today. Not bad. I had time for lunch, I finished on time, and I worked with a consultant who taught me a lot, and I even managed to squeeze in a dinner with a friend afterwards. So all in all, I'd say it was a good day. This is what Ifat used to drink when she was a kid, and she bought us some.
So I'm on my way home now, and I've had a really long day, so I'm like feeling kind of tired, but it's really nice to be able to go home and just relax.
Thanks for following along with me today. See you in the next video.